Hello explorers of your inner universe, my name is Anea and on this channel we explore psychology and work on our personal growth together. Today we are analyzing perhaps the most ambiguous and real character of Sex and the City, Miranda Hobbes, a successful corporate lawyer, a loyal friend, a single mother who handled everything on her own. She is an icon for millions of women who believed in their independence. But why does her story, with all its strength, leave such a bitter aftertaste? Why did her path lead not to triumph but to a deep existential crisis that we see in the series Revival? Today we look beyond the armor of cynicism and workaholism and find that very little red-haired girl who is terrified of one simple thing, being loved. Let's go.
I drink coffee and have sex and buy pies and enjoy battery-operated devices. If you can't deal with that, I will find another housekeeper.
From the first season, Miranda gives us the mantra.
By default, all men are bastards. Try to convince me otherwise.
This isn't just a joke, it's a basic psychological defense. Imagine getting burned over and over again. What does your psyche do? It builds a wall so the pain doesn't repeat. But the problem is that cynicism is a hyper-compensation for vulnerability.
It feels good to be sarcastic.
Behind every sarcastic comment lies the question, what if he disappoints me too? What if I'm not good enough again? She's not just disappointed in men, she's disappointed in the possibility of happiness for herself. Her career, her apartment, her independence, these are not just achievements, but also a fortress she built, so no one could hurt her. But living alone in any fortress is very cold.
I enjoy my success, not apologize for it.
Bravo, honey, bravo.
And here we have Miranda's main love story. On one side, Robert Leeds, the brilliant heart surgeon, her equal in everything. Intellect, success, strength. On the other, Steve Brady, a simple bartender with no ambitions, a sweet little cheek, as she calls him. And Miranda makes the logical choice from her psyche's perspective. She runs from Robert. Why? Because an equal, strong partner is unbearable for her. He is a mirror reflecting her, and that mirror is too bright. You can't hide next to him. Next to him, you have to be vulnerable. You have to trust. You have to admit you're not always the strongest person in the room. Steve, however, is safe. He doesn't challenge her control. He doesn't compete. He is the project she can shelter under her wing. In this relationship, Miranda isn't seeking partnership. She is seeking safety through superiority. She buys love not with money, but with care, solving his problems. But can you buy respect, passion, deep connection?
What are you, fucking crazy?
That's your answer?
This is the key insight. Miranda doesn't believe she can be loved just as she is. For her sharp mind, for her red hair, her sincerity.
Sexy is the thing I try to get them to see me as after I win them over with my personality.
Her internal belief is, to be loved, I have to pay. And what does she pay with? Overachievement at work. Look how successful I am. Hyper-responsibility, taken in a mother-in-law with dementia, a heroic act, but also an incredible lever of control. Constant self-sacrifice, she always saves her friends, though her own crises often go unnoticed. This is a traumatic adaptation. Perhaps in childhood love was conditional. Be the best, and then? Now, as an adult, she continues this pattern, not understanding that real intimacy is born not from a sense of duty, but from mutual acceptance of weakness. And now we come to the most painful part, the series Revival. What happened to our strong, ironic Miranda? Why does she, who achieved everything, look lost and unhappy? Her crisis is that of a woman who spent her whole life playing by men's rules to win, and then asked the question, but where am I in this victory? She denied her feminine, vulnerable parts wearing a mask of toughness, but the mask has fused to her face. Her departure from Che is not so much a sexual awakening as a desperate attempt to find a connection free from old traumas and gender roles. It's an escape from the perfect life she built, which turned out to be a cage. The problem is that without dealing with her internal conflicts, she just changed the scenery while the script remained the same. I must earn love. So what does this complex, vulnerable, strong woman teach us? The first, strength without vulnerability is a prison. True strength isn't about never asking for help, but about the ability to say, I'm scared or I need support. The second, cynicism is poison for intimacy. It protects from pain, but guaranteed to deprive you of depth and warmth in relationships. It's a deal with the devil, safety in exchange of loneliness. The third, you cannot buy love with achievements. You don't need to earn the right to be loved. You are worthy of love simply by existing. The fourth, an equal partner is not a threat, but a gift. With a strong person, you don't have to fight for power. You can build a team. Fear of competition kills the possibility of a true union. Miranda Hobbes is not a failure. She is a mirror for every one of us who has ever chosen safety over risk, control over trust, or sarcasm over a heartfelt conversation. Her story is not an instruction manual, but a warning. Even the most impregnable fortress can become the loneliest place. Miranda forces us to ask ourselves the most uncomfortable questions. Am I sabotaging my relationships out of fear? Am I trying to control everything because I don't trust the world? Am I hiding my vulnerability behind a mask of hyper strength? What do you think? Did you see yourself or someone you know in Miranda? What do you think she should have done? Write in the comments. Your opinion and experience are invaluable to our community. Also, don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe the channel. And to better understand the dynamics on the other heroines, watch our previous analysis about Samantha Jones and Charlotte York. See you next time in the world of psychology. And remember, being strong doesn't mean being alone. Love you. Bye.